Ever wondered just how many ways you can cook corn? Well, ponder no more. Corn, this humble yellow kernel, is a culinary chameleon capable of transforming into a myriad of delicious dishes. It's not just about boiling or grilling anymore. Oh no, we're about to embark on a gastronomic journey, exploring 3 unique ways to cook corn that will tantalize your taste buds and elevate your culinary skills. So, are you ready for this adventure? Stay tuned to uncover the 3 exciting ways to transform this humble kernel. First off, the classic boiling method. It's a timeless technique that brings out the natural sweetness of corn, making it a favorite for many. Let's dive in. Start by selecting the freshest corn you can find. Look for bright green husks and sticky tassels. Peel back a small portion of the husk to ensure the kernels are plump and the rows are tightly packed. Once you've got your corn, it's time to prep. Strip the husks and the silk from the corn. A quick tip: if you're struggling with stubborn silk strands, a clean toothbrush can do wonders. Now fill a large pot with enough water to cover the corn and set it on high heat. While waiting for the water to boil, this is the perfect time to season your water. A pinch of salt will do, but feel free to add sugar or a stick of unsalted butter for extra flavor. Once the water is boiling, carefully add the corn. Lower the heat to medium, allowing the water to simmer. Now the key question: how long should you boil your corn? The answer depends on the freshness of the corn. The fresher the corn, the less time it needs to cook. A general rule of thumb is between 4 and 7 minutes. Keep an eye on the corn as it boils. The kernels should become a more vibrant yellow and feel tender when poked with a fork. But remember, overcooking can make the kernels tough, so it's better to err on the side of undercooking. Once you're satisfied with your corn's texture, use tongs to remove them from the water. Let them cool for a moment, then slather with butter, sprinkle with salt, or dress them up with your favorite herbs and spices. And there you have it, a perfectly boiled corn on the cob, simple yet delicious. This method may be classic, but it never disappoints. The result is a sweet, juicy treat that's not only a pleasure to eat, but also incredibly easy to make. So why not give it a try for your next summer barbecue or family dinner? Next up, the grilled sensation. Imagine the smoky aroma of corn wafting through the air, the sizzle as it kisses the grill, the beautiful char marks adding to its allure. Grilling is an art form, and today, we're going to master the craft of grilling corn. Firstly, let's talk about preparing our star ingredient. You'll want to start with fresh, sweet corn, still in the husk. The husk acts as a natural insulator, keeping the corn moist while it grills. Peel back the husk without removing it completely, then remove the silk. Some may like to soak the corn in water for a few minutes to ensure it stays juicy during the grilling process. Now, for the grilling. Preheat your grill to a medium heat. We're not looking for a raging inferno here, but a gentle, consistent heat. Place the corn on the grill, with the husk hanging off the edge. This will prevent it from catching fire or charring too much. Patience is key when grilling corn. It's not a quick process, but the wait is well worth it. You'll want to grill the corn for about 15 to 20 minutes, turning every 5 minutes or so. This ensures even cooking and those desirable char marks. Speaking of char marks, let's delve into that a bit. The char marks aren't merely for aesthetics. They add a layer of smoky flavor that is simply irresistible. Achieving the perfect char marks is all about control. Too much heat and your corn will burn, not enough and you won't get those beautiful marks. Remember to keep an eye on your corn and adjust the heat accordingly. As the corn grills, the sugars caramelize, enhancing the natural sweetness of the corn. The result is a delightful contrast of sweet and smoky that will tantalize your taste buds. Once the corn is evenly grilled, remove it from the heat. Let it cool slightly, then peel back the husk. And there you have it. A masterpiece in its simplest form. Voila! A grilled corn on the cob that's full of smoky flavors. Last but not least, the roasted delight. If you're looking for a way to elevate your corn game, you've arrived at the right place. Roasting corn brings out a depth of flavor that is simply irresistible. Let's delve into the world of roasting corn, shall we? First things first, we have to prep the corn. This is a crucial step that you cannot afford to overlook. Start by peeling back the husks without removing them completely. You'll want to remove the silk, those thin, thread-like strands, as they can burn during the roasting process. Once you've done that, fold the husks back into place. This will protect the corn from direct heat and prevent it from drying out. Next, it's time to roast. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. While the oven is heating up, brush the corn with a little bit of olive oil. This not only adds a layer of flavor, but also ensures a crispy exterior. Place the prepped corn directly on the oven rack and let it roast. Now, you might be wondering, how long should I roast it for? Well, the ideal roasting time is around 20 to 25 minutes. However, it's not just about the time. You also need to keep an eye on the color. You're looking for a beautiful golden brown color that tells you the corn is perfectly roasted. But what about the inside, you may ask? How do we achieve that juicy interior? The secret lies in the husks. They act as a natural insulator, trapping in the moisture and keeping the corn juicy and tender. As the corn roasts, the sugars caramelize, creating a sweet, smoky flavor that is simply out of this world. Once it's done, remove it from the oven and let it cool for a few minutes before diving in. Trust me, your patience will be rewarded. And there you go, a roasted corn on the cob with a crispy outside and a juicy inside. This is not just corn, it's a feast for your senses. So next time you're in the mood for corn, why not try roasting it? You might just discover your new favorite way to enjoy this versatile vegetable. Now that we've explored 3 different ways to cook corn, let's get into the comparison. Each method of cooking corn, boiling, grilling, and roasting, imparts its own unique flavor and texture to this versatile vegetable. And while they all result in delicious corn, the differences between them are quite interesting. Boiling corn is perhaps the most traditional method. It keeps the corn moist and juicy, really preserving that fresh, sweet corn flavor. The kernels are soft, almost buttery, and the color remains a vibrant, sunny yellow. However, the downside of boiling is that it doesn't bring out any additional flavors. It's simple, straightforward corn. Delicious, but without any extra oomph. Grilling corn, on the other hand, introduces a smoky flavor that's absolutely delightful. The kernels become slightly charred, adding a bit of crunch and a depth of flavor that's quite different from boiled corn. The corn turns a golden brown color, making it visually appealing as well. However, grilling requires constant attention to avoid overcharring, and the kernels can become a bit dry if you're not careful. Roasting corn is a middle ground between boiling and grilling. It maintains the moisture of the kernels while introducing a slightly nutty flavor. The corn turns a rich golden color, and the texture is a perfect balance between soft and crunchy. Roasting, however, takes a bit longer than the other methods, and it can be tricky to get the timing just right. In terms of appearance, boiled corn retains its bright yellow color. Grilled corn takes on a lovely golden brown hue, while roasted corn is somewhere in between, with a rich golden color. The textures also vary, with boiled corn being the softest, grilled corn offering a bit of a crunch, and roasted corn providing a balance of the two. The pros and cons of each method really depend on personal preference. If you love the fresh, sweet flavor of corn and prefer softer kernels, boiling is the way to go. If you enjoy a smoky flavor and a bit of crunch, grilling would be your best bet. And if you're looking for a combination of the two with a slightly nutty flavor, roasting is the answer. So whether you prefer it boiled, grilled, or roasted, there's a corn cooking method just for you. So there you have it, 3 different ways to cook corn. We've explored the classic boil, the grilled sensation, and the roasted delight. Each method offers a unique flavor profile and texture, transforming a simple corn on the cob into something extraordinary. The classic boil is a timeless favorite, bathing the kernels in hot water to bring out their natural sweetness. Then we have the grilled sensation, where the corn is kissed by the flames of the grill, imbuing it with a smoky flavor. And let's not forget the roasted delight, where the corn is enveloped in a hot oven, caramelizing the sugars and intensifying the flavor. These are just 3 of the countless ways you can cook corn. The beauty of cooking is that it's a creative process. We encourage you to try these methods at home, experiment with your own variations, and discover your personal favorite. Remember, the best way to cook corn is the way you enjoy it the most. So go ahead, get cooking and enjoy your corn.